Hello, YouTube. Well, this video is a little bit unplanned, but I couldn't help but notice that I ended up getting a couple of referral orders come through for Hivemapper. First time anyone's ever used my referral codes. So thank you guys so much. It really means a lot. Continue to use referral codes if you want to. Get yourself 10% off the cameras and helps me out a little bit too. Use the link below, and my coupon code is Corgi. So I'm a big believer in giving the people what they want, and obviously something's going on where Hivemapper is hitting people's radar more, or I don't know what's going on. I did kind of a little peruse to see if Hivemapper was trending again, or I mean, it kind of always is because it's a very successful project so far. In that people are generating pretty good income from it. The cost of the investment and the return that you're seeing on the investment, otherwise known as ROI, is pretty decent so far as of right now. Depending on where you are, there are some variables. So I think maybe this video is going to be a little bit bothersome for some and maybe informative for others, but I think I'm going to do just a quick general overview of the project again, in case maybe somehow you stumble across this in any algorithm that might be pumping Hivemapper, and you want to know a little bit more about it. But basically, it's a camera that maps wherever you drive. And they're kind of the use case is always cited as like competing with Google Maps, right? They're trying to create a fresher map. Google Maps, the streetcars that map are very expensive. There's not that many of them. They tend to visit a street once a year, maybe, if it's not a main street. So images can be very stale. And so if you decentralized the physical infrastructure network, otherwise known as DPIN, which is all the rage right now, if you involve DPIN into the project, the thought is that like you can get a lot of people incentivized to create a very fresh map, and it seems to be working. The metrics look very promising. A lot of roadways getting mapped, and a lot of people are making good returns. So it's kind of a win-win, which is again DPIN's all the rage right now. And one more kicker, it's on Solana. So that is also all the rage right now. So it's touching a couple of those really hot contact points, and I think it's going to continue to do pretty well. There are obviously a few concerns with the project that I've voiced before. And for that reason, I ended up selling a lot of the tokens that I earned at very low prices just because of uncertainty. And obviously, I regret that. But the good part is I recouped the cost of my investment, and I'm still able to earn more because I still have the cameras. So, yeah, you're never going to hit the top, and I never have. I probably never will. So we'll see. I'm hopeful that I can continue to earn going forward. I have a pretty good area. Like I said, some of the variables, obviously, they want to reward. Want to reward mapping, but they don't want to like have the same road mapped 6 times a day. Which is, they go back and forth. And as the project has developed, I've said this myself, they've been a little dismissive about rewarding streets that are mapped too many times. They've always kind of said, oh, well, we don't need freshness more than 7 days, because 7 days is when the full reset of road happens. So if you map a road once every 7 days or so, you're going to get the full rewards. Anything under that, you're going to get less. I'm uncertain now if it's like logarithmically less, which is what I believe it started out as, but I've seen people in Discord saying that it's linear now. So like just every day you're kind of like a straight line towards full rewards for 7 days, as opposed to like days 1 through 5 earning basically nothing, and then day 6 getting a little bit more, and day 7 just going straight up to like full rewards. I'm not sure which one it is. I believe it did start out logarithmically, but I don't know where it is now. But they were a little dismissive, like, oh yeah, we don't need it that fresh. And now their kind of new mantra is like, yeah, we want it really fresh. Like, in a lot of our customers that they're actually selling the data to, which is good. Hey, they're selling data. That's like number one way to keep a project going. It's like, yeah, we want it mapped like 2, 3 times, 4 times a week, maybe. And it just doesn't seem to be that they're rewarding for that appropriately. But that's a small gripe. Maybe it'll get fixed if enough people talk about it. I've kind of given up. I don't really talk about stuff too much in Discord. Nobody pays attention to me. So that's one. Like, that's one thing. There's obviously also like a couple other things with the project, but all in all, I think with the bull run around the corner too, it's possible that it could definitely be worth it to get a camera. I don't know for sure. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Do your own due diligence and research. But if you want to buy a camera, again, links below. Coupon code Corgi, get 10% off. They were doing a campaign that they were giving 1,000 honey tokens back once you've completed 250 kilometers. I am not sure if that ended as of January or if they're still doing it. I haven't seen any updates. It's possibly still going on. If you get that 1,000, if you map the required distance, you just fill out a Google Docs and then you get the 1,000 honey back, which is at today's price is another $100, $200 off the camera, which really helps negate the price of it. I will say this, maybe stay tuned for more updates. They've been really teasing a new camera release at some point. And I will say this: there is the normal dash cam and the dash cam that's the S series, which stands for security. It's way more expensive and it doesn't earn any more. So I would not recommend, if I were making a recommendation, I would not recommend probably buying that one, because it actually, from what I understand, has enough bugs to need to still be worked out that it might actually even earn less, just because of the difficulty with mapping with it. So I would, unless you really want it. The S stands for security. Apparently, you can actually have the video recorded to an external device, which also is apparently really hard to do. So again, it has some bugs to work out, but their new camera, maybe, I don't know what features they would be having in a new camera. I don't know what the price point would be. I don't know when they're going to announce it. They've just been teasing it. So I kind of have a little bit of cash left on the side to buy some of the new cameras if it looks like a good investment. I did buy another batch of cameras when they were doing the campaign with the honey back. And I just got a notice that one of them is being shipped. So, the February time frame looks like maybe orders are starting to get filled. Probably first come, first serve. I imagine if you do order one now, it might still be a little bit of a wait. But maybe they've just got a massive inventory coming in as well, to send out before, I guess, they start developing their new cameras or whatever. I don't know. Can't tell you either way. I'm just doing a video because it just seemed like a relevant time to do it when people are actually clicking links and looking into the project. Like I said, another variable about your earning is going to be just like how many people are in your region mapping. Obviously, if you're all mapping the same street, you're not going to get the great rewards. You can run 2 cameras per car. More than that, you're penalized for. There are certain ways you want to set the camera up so that you get a good view of the street. Not too much dash, not too much sky. A small tilt up at high in the window seems to be pretty good. You probably want to get an aftermarket dash cam mount because the one it ships with is really crummy. I will tell you from experience, I tried to use it on two of the cameras, and it's so crummy. You know, it fell off the windshield every time I tried to put it up after like an hour of driving, and I think it actually even ended up damaging the camera just because it was falling off and hitting the ground. And that was really disappointing. I had to send one of my cameras back. It was covered under. They come with like some maybe a year warranty. They did fix it and they did send it back, but I was without a camera for like 2 or 3 months during the process. I think they have some inventory set aside for these replacements, but yeah. So long story short, get a good mount that won't let your camera fall. They are quite heavy, so they clunk pretty hard. Other things too, like I said, you can have two. You can have one forward facing and one side facing. Towards the right hand side, towards the passenger side, they want that street data, and I don't think too many people have two dash cams. So it's possible you can actually even get rewarded more for the side camera. In fact, one hack that I have kind of discovered that I don't think I haven't, again, I don't crawl 24/7 on this space, but I haven't seen anyone else mention it. So if you've stuck around this long, congratulations. Maybe you'll get some secret alpha on the cam situation. But during inclement weather, you're probably not going to earn because the AI is going to filter out images that are distorted by weather events, windshield wipers, whatever. And most people have that forward-facing camera that's just going to be, you'd be lucky if you get any mapping done. I have noticed that if I'm mapping with a side camera during pretty much any weather event, I'm still going to earn. If I'm going a certain speed, highway speeds, 60 miles an hour plus, it's enough that the wind shear keeps the rain from obstructing the camera. So you don't have any windshield wipers on the side of your car. So I can actually continue to map with a side-facing camera, earning just fine. I honestly, I don't think I've ever experienced diminished returns with a side-facing camera during weather events. And so, especially when I was down to one camera because I had one out for repair, I took that camera and I put it on the side when it was raining. And I think that is something that I haven't seen anyone else talk about. But there it is. Try it out if you've ordered a camera, or if you're going to order a camera. Definitely think about stuff like that. So I think the video is approaching 15 minutes long. Again, this wasn't specifically requested. I'm getting a few more comments. I don't have like a blast of subscribers or comments or anything like that happening, but just observing that people are clicking the link. I'm throwing this out there, but let me know. Like, subscribe, leave me comments if this video is repetitive, if you want another video, if you want other things I want to talk about. I'm into other projects in the DPIN space, so if you want me to talk about those as well, let me know. There is that, the Modus Mini on the sword chain that I'm just now getting into. I'm waiting for them to get ordered. I can let you know about that when I get it. I have all the referral links and coupon codes down below. Check it out. Also, always reppingcrypto.com. My tier level is higher on that because I'm pretty heavily invested in the platform. So I think most referral links are going to give you like $25 or something like that. Mine is going to be $50 bare minimum. I think I'm actually just on the cusp of getting to the $100 each. We could get $100 each in Crow, and at Crow at these prices, if it's about 8 cents. So let's say you get $100 of Crow at 8 cents, and it goes back to just let's even say not even all-time high was like almost $1. If it goes back to let's say just like I would actually be very, very, very disappointed, and I don't expect this to be the case. But like just to like set the bar as low as possible, if it goes to half of the all-time high, that's still more than a 5x from here. So that $100 could easily be 500, and that's again, I think a scenario where a lot of people would be very disappointed. So I mean that's possible, but even being disappointed is still a 5x. So if you're not a Crypto.com member, yeah, sign up. Just get the free crypto. Yeah, stake it for the card. The card's cool. You get a lot of good utility out of it. I don't know. And then you can move up in a tier, as the token appreciates. You don't even have to put anything else into it. Like, if you put the, that's another video. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.